Hi beautiful people, it is Bells on board of course, and I'm back with another video. But today won't be one of those nice video, where I give like hair remedies or do little makeup or just DIY and stuff. Hey, I'm sick, as you can see. Today I'm just gonna talk about things that actually happen or things that are happening to me, and I know they happen to other women. And since we don't really talk openly about these things, we end up missing the point, or actually missing helping somebody who actually is in need of your opinion or your idea or suggestions on how to deal with all these things. I'm actually getting emotional right now. What do you need to know about fibroids and how they affect women, or how they bring a little bit of challenges in women's reproductive system? So just a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not anything close to medical related suggestions or recommendations or opinions. So whatever you hear from me is just my personal experience, what I've been through, what I've gone through, the changes I've seen, and how I've dealt with the pain or the changes or anything that's happening in my body. So if you feel like it's something that might help you, take it. If you feel like you need further clarifications from either doctor or reading more, please go ahead and do that. But anyway, so fibroids, they're non-cancerous, so we can't say, oh, you're going to die, or you have fibroids. They can be smaller as a bean, and they can also be as large as a watermelon. Our fibroids are also known as myoma or myomas, because they're just little tumors that develop just around women's reproductive system. Fibroids are said to be more common during the reproductive period or years, and that's 14 and above, but studies show that 30% of women that are affected by fibroids are of age of 25 to 30, and 30 to 80% goes to women of the age of what are the 50. Symptoms? How would you know that you have fibroids? Most people have, or they get lower back. Some will have heavy periods, which actually leads to a lot of bleeding, and then you end up having anemia. So sometimes it is very important for you to test, because you need to make sure that as soon as possible, so that you know to take precautions and to know when to stop, what to stop, and how to go about it. Fibroids have like 4 or 5 types, and the one that's common is intramural. Intramural, it's the type that grows on the outer muscular layer of the womb. No, you know what, forget about the name, but just know that this one extends beyond the muscular layer, so it grows inside or on the surrounding of the uterine tissue. So this one have a tendency of growing bigger, and they push their way beyond the wall of the womb and get in the cavity of the womb. What are the treatments to cure fibroids? So there is no absolute cure for fibroids, because as I say, this is a condition that is as a result of hormonal imbalance. So the thing that can be really done is taking precautions, making sure you're eating a well-balanced diet, you exercise more often, you take a lot of detox in order to make sure that you're cleansing your body on a day. Reducing the intake of alcohol could really help, and also reducing the intake of contraceptive pills that contain estrogen. It's important to make sure that these things are really taken into consideration to make sure you're in a safe side. Other than that, you can undergo a surgical or non-surgical procedure, where with non-surgical, then you get to have drugs that can help you ease the pain upon any, and also take supplements that will help your iron level to stay up or maintained, because as I said, fibroids take up a lot of blood because of heavy periods, a lot of bleeding and stuff like that. So you need to make sure your blood stays up in order to avoid being anemic. And on the surgical side, you can either remove the fibroid or remove the womb, or just get injection that actually goes straight up to the fibroid itself and kills it. So it really depends on your budget, and depends on really the confidence that you have in doctors and stuff. And just do research in these things, and you never know, maybe one day one of us can just come up with something better that can actually help all of us, because at the end of the day, we are all one, and we're supposed to be helping each other and supporting each other and just doing everything for each other and not against each other. So yeah, that is what I've been going through, and I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least learned something about this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up.